meeting, motherfuckers!
Everybody. Man, I can't believe you guys didn't know how to give it, put your hands together. You must feel pretty fucking stupid. Thanks for coming, everybody. I like to party. Do you guys like to party? 3 of you, good. I got invited to go to a party the other day. I was excited to go because I thought it was going to be a party. And then it turns out it was just an adult party, which is really just a meeting. So, right? You find that in like the latter half of your 20s, right? People are like, hey, come to my engagement party or my housewarming party. No, I don't want to. Those are just life-changing events, so attendance is essentially required. They won't be fun, but refreshments will be provided. That's a meeting. I shouldn't have to go. I'm always like, can I dial in? No? Fuck. They're not even a little bit similar, are they? A party has mostly booze, and a meeting has mostly food. So you go to a party, and you have 3 drinks, and you're like, Jesus, I think I might fuck somebody. And then you go to a meeting, and you have 3 cupcakes, and you're like, I'm not gonna fuck anybody. They're opposites even, right? A meeting it is the opposite of a party. I know that because if you party too much, your family will actually throw you a surprise meeting. You have a problem. You should sit down. So that's why I say that. That's why I say I like to party. I like to party. But that is a double-edged sword because somebody will stop you one day and they'll go, psst, and they'll do this motion. And that's confusing because that means different things in different places. Like, I don't know if you know this, in the UK this means mum's the word, keep my secret. And in the United States this means everybody knows my secret. I do too much cocaine. Okay, weird that you guys were ready to clap. Of course I want to do cocaine with you. I think we all do, right? But there's a rule. The guy that does the most cocaine a few years later goes to the most meetings. That's how cocaine leads to meetings. It would be great if like regular business meetings led to cocaine. I would be very on board with that, right? Can you imagine that? If you just went into work one day and your boss was like, strap in, we're going to figure out the budget! Yeah! And then he just parcels you out a serving of cocaine, which if you know anything about cocaine, you know that a serving is just however much cocaine there happens to be. I used to date an alcoholic lady. That's her. She's Samantha. Lady's a strong word. Alcoholic, not strong enough, you know? But they don't make words that are more. Alcohologist, that's not real, right? I used to date a real Ernest Hemingway skank, everybody. I didn't know she was an alcoholic when we got together. The first time we were making out, she was like, we should drink some wine. And I was like, that sounds romantic. And then I was like, you don't know what some means, okay? It's not the whole box, put it down. Oh man. Some people, when they get drunk, you find out that they have really cool party tricks. Some people can do a funny dance. Other people can do a cool shot on a pool table. This girl had the best party trick I've ever seen. She could hurt everybody's feelings. Like, all at once. It was impressive. We would be at parties and my friends would be like, hey man, this guy has had 5 shots. He's going to show us how to open a beer bottle with a knife. And I'd be like, well, Katie has had 9 vodka tonics and she's about to make this Marine cry. So I'm going to watch that. One time she was telling me about this movie she saw called Shame. If you haven't seen it, I'll tell you the thing that you need to know about it. There's an actor in it. His name is Michael Fassbender, and he does full frontal nudity. And she described his penis to me as being really pretty. And I was like, what do you mean? Like, pretty how? And she's like, I don't know, it's just really pretty. And then later on I saw that movie. It is just a giant fucking cock. Like, pretty how? I don't know, you know how the Titanic was like a pretty boat? Yeah. All right. Pretty. This is, I just recently got tested for STDs. Yeah, thank you. That literally is my girlfriend in the back. So. I got tested for STDs. I passed in the way that you would want to pass, you guys. I have a squeaky clean peen, which, even if you have it, that's not the way you want to say to a woman that you have it. Right? I have a squeaky clean peen. Oh, that's neat. I'm going to go fuck this cool guy with chlamydia. Yeah. I paid $100 for that STD test. That is expensive. It's worth it, but it's pricey. Because I don't know what I would have done if they would have told me I had something. If they were like, I'm sorry, you have syphilis. I would have been like, no, I paid $100. You think that I took a free test, but I didn't. Why don't you walk back there and find me $100 worth of good news? That's what I'm going to do, everybody. I'm going to open up my own STD testing site, where the way it works is you pay $100, but if it turns out you have something, it's on the house. Right? The way they tell you is they take you back to the exam room. There's a beautiful nurse there. She's holding a comically oversized check, $400. And then confetti drops down from the ceiling along with a banner that says, here's the thing. What do y'all have, herpes? Jesus. Yeah. Sometimes I'll hang out with lady friends of mine, and we'll go to get something to eat, and they've already eaten earlier in the day, and they think it's too soon for them to eat again. And they'll eat anyway, but they'll apologize the same way. I've heard multiple girls say this. They go, I'm sorry, I'm a monster. No, you're not. You're just a girl who is still hungry, and that is fine. If you were like, man, I'm hungry for children or sailors, I would be like, yeah, you're a monster. That is what they eat. Right now, you just want cookies after you had ice cream. You're just good company. That's all you want. Right? I know you're not a monster because no dad has ever tried to scare his kids with a story about a lady who ate a burrito but also Chinese in the same day. Right? Like, children don't go to sleep at night and they're like, Dad, could you check under my bed for a lady who had lunch but also a pretty big snack? See your fucking sandwich. I just found out about this thing called Lulu recently. If you don't know what it is, I'll explain it to you. It's an app that women can download on their phones. It links up to their Facebook, and they can just go through and they can rate dudes that they are friends with. They can rate them on things like looks, or charm, money, ambition. They can also rate you sexually, and I have been rated one time, and I got a sex rating of 4 stars, everybody. Out of 10 stars. That's pretty bad, right? 4 out of 10. I could deal with it if it was like a 6 out of 10, because a 6 out of 10, that's 60%. That's school, that's like a D or an F. But that's a D or an F where the teacher's mad because they're like, this kid could get A's or B's if he would just try harder. But if you get an F that's 40%, the teacher's not mad at all. They're like, listen, this is not your fault. You probably don't even belong in this school, so why don't you just sit in the back and keep your head down. Guys, I've been Sam. Thanks very much.